Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Manny B Investing in BI, and we're going to take a look at another Paribus protocol blog. Hope you're having a good weekend, holiday weekend. Let's take a look here. Let's blow this up. From centralized to decentralized. The issue of governance is a hot topic in crypto right now, due in part to the regulatory clampdown that's taking place in the US. However, the issue isn't as simple and straightforward as some might imagine. Although it's gaining popularity at present, it's something that's always been at the heart of the plans, as Dennis, our CEO, explains. I believe that governance is the vital aspect of the Paribus vision, and it will be very important to ensure our long-term success. He adds, the goal of transitioning into a DAO has been a key tenet since the inception of Paribus. We want to create a system that empowers the community to make changes and provide transparency for everyone involved. Part of the promise of the Web3 is decentralization, which removes single points of failure, giving back power and responsibility to the individuals who make up the community. Rather than centralizing the governance of projects, many have opted to democratize control instead. As liberating as this sounds in theory, it's somewhat harder to achieve effectively in practice due to the issues such as Pareto distribution. Power has a tendency to gather and collect into the hands of the disproportionate few in any given society. Peer democracies, in my opinion, just don't work. So that's a real big problem that I just have. I have an issue with DAOs in a lot of this stuff, because that's been my belief since I was a kid. Pure democracies collapse. They just don't work. People are selfish, and selfish people will congregate and they will fight and vie for power, and then they will rule and terrorize the others. So it's just kind of just how humans are. It's just like, well, it's almost at like the base of our code is to build great things, build great society, and then set that on fire. Due to issues such as, we already read that part, its principles are more challenging. To overcome such issues, it's important that projects don't rush into adopting a decentralized governance model. In the past, many have tried to do this too quickly with some unforeseen circumstances. As Wilson, our COO, describes, we have taken a look at the DAO space, and it has given us a guidepost for our decisions in how we form the Paribus DAO. We have observed many lessons, and we take from the examples of DAOs who prioritize transparency, inclusivity, and community engagement, while at the same time avoiding following in the same direction of DAOs that are very centralized and do not create incentives that align with the interests of the community. A unique approach to solving this conundrum was proposed by one of the co-founders of Ethereum, Vitalik Buterin. The method he suggested was to take a quadratic approach to voting structures. The basic premise is that the quadratic curve can be used to allocate voting power, such that larger holders are rewarded less proportionately than smaller ones. One concern is that it may be vulnerable to manipulation by bad actors who create fake accounts or coordinate with others to vote in a way that maximizes their impact. Didn't that happen with the Cardano thing, the whole Cardano voting thing where they vote for funding? I feel like that happened with that. It's an area that Simon, our CTO, is keeping close tabs on. Quadratic voting is a powerful tool that allows for a more equitable distribution of power voting among community members. The idea of governance is to allow for members to have a fair say in the direction of the protocol, but unfortunately, most DAOs don't work this way. Adding, our hope with implementing quadratic voting is that we can pass proposals that benefit everyone. We will also seek to integrate other strategies to promote fairness within our governance system. Despite having some limitations, quadratic voting represents an exciting new approach to decentralization or decentralizing governance that can democratize projects and promote a more engaged and supportive community. It can help to build a more sustainable and equitable ecosystem by amplifying the impact of smaller voters and incentivizing broader community support. Now that's interesting. I really can't wait to see how they're going to go with this. And I talked with the team in a few of the AMAs this year, I think earlier this year, where I explained or expressed that I was a big fan of what Indigo Protocol and SundaySwap have been doing. There's been a lot of other DAOs that they're not really DAOs, and there's a lot of just drama and stuff that I just feel like won't help any community. So hopefully they are watching this as closely as they appear to be from reading this blog. But DAO is a big thing, and it's something that you really, really should put a lot of effort into and test and vet to make sure it fits the community that we're looking to build here. So that was a good little short blog. Thank you for checking it out. If you are interested in more content about Paribus, more blogs, keep it locked here. Over the weekend, going to be recording a lot, going to be catching up on these posts. So make sure you're subscribed. Hit that like, hit the share, and of course, if you aren't already, hit the subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.